The utility of any telecommunications system, any interconnected network of systems, increases non-linearly, meaning it grows very fast as more people connect to it. This is called Metcalfe's law, and it's very true in Bittensor. Because each subnet is very specialized, they're able to really polish and master a very specific problem and get maximally good results. But what's even more exciting than that is when that data can flow across Bittensor, and all of the different things that are occurring in Bittensor can share this information in real time. Then what you have is this additional networking effect. So it's not just acquiring all of this compute at scale, but it's finding a way to actually bridge all of that and allow that sort of entire system to operate as if it was one big supercomputer.
The thing about Bittensor and artificial intelligence is, like, you're not going to be able to shut it off at this point, you know? And I don't mean Bittensor specifically, I just mean the artificial intelligence movement in general. It's here. Since you can't stop it, the only thing you can do is to steer it in the best possible direction. A lot of people try and do this from, like, you know, pause all development for 6 months or whatever the letter said early last year that everybody signed and then ignored. Legislation that's being passed around, like, how much compute you can use in some of these, like, training exercises, and you gotta have a license to do. All this stuff is pushing us in a direction where you have these silos of people that will have control of these things based upon the legislation or the compute that's available, and you'll have another group of people that don't have control and are simply the downstream, you know, receivers of whatever these people want to do. That is not a good future.
We, the developers of the technology, have to fight against those people, because those people who are in control of deciding whether you have access to the technology or not are not the ones who make the technology. They are bureaucrats. It is a permissioned system that is caving in on itself.
Should we be afraid of these systems that are potentially outside of the control of any individual? And my answer to that is that most things are. You know, capitalism itself is outside of the reach of any individual. You can't stop it. Technology is just coming. The question is not, can we stop technology? Just even the intention to stop creating technology means that it will just pop itself up somewhere else, and our competitors in the world will produce it. The only way to fully lock down the creation of artificial intelligence, which is just destined to come, would be to situate the entire world into a totalitarian system. It's gonna happen. And so the question is not, will it happen? It's how. How should it happen? And our answer is that it should happen in such a way that we all own it, and that we've all participated in it, and we all get a piece of it. And it is controlled. It's just controlled by a lot of different people. And therefore the control needs to come from a consensus of those individuals. Doesn't mean we can just turn it off? No, because there's not an individual that can just turn it off. But if there's somebody that can turn it off, it means that they can also direct it. And I think that's way more dangerous than us having to coordinate. If we can't coordinate, then maybe we should be taken over, you know? If we really, as a human species, can't collectively come to agreement about how we want this technology to run through a system where we can coordinate through democracy and a protocol, holy shit, we're a lot worse off than I thought. We're doomed. We're already doomed. But I don't think we are. I think we can do it. I think we can do it if we have peace. I think we can do it if we have contribution. I think we can do it if we know the ins and outs of the power structure of that artificial intelligence. It's all transparent. It's all available. It's all accessible. It's all permissionless. And I think that those qualities will make sure that this technology is in symbiosis with us. It's in alignment. It's in communication with us.